Okay. Right off the bat, we're going to start with amiibo shenanigans. Everyone's done with these anyway, so I may as well get closer. It better be a good weapon. I think I'm finally gonna take off the 8-bit weapons because they're kind of fun, but I don't really care for them right now. And I can't find... Oh, no, wait, there's Zelda. Never mind. So you do get another weapon today. Good for you. Okay. 1,000 skill. Guess we'll find out if that's worth keeping or not. Whoop. Gotta be careful not to throw away the weapons that have stuff you need. It's a little late, but hello everybody. How goes the night? Or morning, or whenever you're watching this. Yeah, I haven't been at this for a while, so hopefully I haven't gotten rusty. I'm almost at the point where I can start making powerful level 2 and level 1 weapons, which look amazing. But not there yet. Got so many of those. Damn. Twilight Mint is starting to have like everything. Can't get rid of that. Get rid of that without even looking at it. Okay, time to get started with this map. So the biggest difference between this and the regular Grapeseed map is that you start off at the bottom left corner and you have no choice but to tear your way across to the right. And there's also only 3 weapons on here. They're all for Medli. Level 2, level 3, level 4. There's a bunch of costumes here. There's also a ton of heart containers that we can't see right now, but... yeah, and there's a lot more red squares. Whereas on the previous one, these 2 were only red. But here, pretty much everywhere surrounding the Tower of Gods and everything is red. Which is... nice, I guess. If you're gonna grind for weapons, you may as well do it on a map that's got easy access, I suppose. So we got endless night rules. It's basically Master Quest Great Sea version. It's even got the same rules. Oh, you can't use fairy magic. What a big deal. No special attacks. No focus spirit, no fairy skills. Oh. So, there's gonna be a few maps here that we cannot cheese, unfortunately. But, it's not that big of a deal, really. Actually, no, I want this. Yeah, you just don't really have much in the way of cheesing you can do on Master Quest. The dreaded don't get hit maps aren't going to be that big of a deal, because at least you don't have to worry about KOs on them, but aside from that, there's nothing else too challenging, realistically speaking. So we need to defeat 400 enemies before the rogue forces do, which they're almost never going to do. You have to go out of your way to not KO things for them to reach the target. Seriously. We've already gotten that enemy. Switch it up. It's the first map in the whole, adventure map, so obviously it's not going to be hard, especially at these levels. But at any level, this map would not be hard for pretty much nobody. I still need more boss materials, and I've been running out of those lately. Oh, okay, I better go after the boss now. I almost hit 400 before I realized what was going on. I could end this map instantly, or I could actually defeat King Dodongo. And is the right character to do it with, because his weak point gauge is weak to water. If I can get his attention. Come on! There we go. Oh, come on. Really, dude? Yeah, he doesn't want to do it. Alright, well, I've run out of patience with this guy, so we're just gonna do this. Screw it. Sometimes he just does it the moment he sees you, other times he's just like, oh, I'm not gonna do it ever. I defeated something right behind King Dodongo. I don't even know what it was, but whatever. Okay. Well, there's only 20 KOs left. I'm pretty sure I won't accidentally knock him out. Come here. Yeah, there you go. I will probably start grinding for Extreme Crush at some point, because that's... Oops, I skipped it. That's going to be the next thing I need. Once I get Extreme Crush, I've actually found out that you can use that skill way more times. The Plus version especially. Like, you can use it more than 3 times. I think you can use it, what, 6 or something times? So if you have that, and you put it against a map with a bunch of bosses, you can just down them all at the same time, abuse Special Attack Plus, and just completely floor those bosses. It's too good. Hello, Andrew. Nice to see you back. I haven't been streaming for a while, because, well, my computer is having problems again. Mostly the frame rate, funny enough. Like, I seriously tried to see if I could do a 60 FPS stream, but it just kept dropping frames like crazy. And the computer was almost on the verge of crashing, because it doesn't like it when I try to push it to its limit. So, yeah. I did give it some upgrades, though. Like, I put a solid-state hard drive in there, and it just... Wow, everything's super fast now. It's amazing. Who am I going with? Oh, yeah, Linkle. I almost went with Zelda here. So, yeah, aside from that, I can't really do anything about its capabilities power-wise. But I like what happened. Guess we're going with this. We're gonna keep working on that weapon. Yeah, I've actually cleaned up a large portion of the other maps. The ones that I've gone deep into are either 96%, 98%, or 100. And so many heart containers I had to pick up and all that other stuff. Oh god, this map is gonna be piss poor easy. Look how much damage you guys are taking. Oh, whoops. If I get too excited though, I might lose my chance to hit the KO target, but it's only 1,000, isn't it? This early into the map? Yeah, it's 1,000. Missed. Oh my goodness, I barely even touched that guy. Poor Gyptos. Like, when you can knock out an outpost captain in 2 hits, then yeah, the map's not going to be that difficult. But I do want to look for the food and stuff, so I guess I should be on the lookout. Like, they're usually in certain keeps, but I never really keep track of which. They always change. Well, they don't change, it's just, it's always different for a specific map. Oh. Hey there. Nice to see you back as well. Given that apparently I have impossible time pronouncing. I'll just look at the first part. Shana. Hello there. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and start this map. I haven't actually touched this map until now, and the main reason to do so is to get Medli's level 3 and 4 weapons, but because I managed to do the harder ones first, I've never really had to come here. Because that's really the main thing we're getting off these maps, is a bunch of hard containers for Medli and her weapons. And costumes for everyone else, but... Yay! Yeah. There's heart containers here and there, but the main thing is you're here for the weapons. And you need them because without these weapons, you don't get legendary unlocked. And I really want to start getting legendary unlocked so I can unlock the Master Sword a little bit more and get it powered up. And then I can start getting legendary on all the other weapons. I mean, the second skill in the Master Sword I'm not too worried about because once I get that, I'm pretty much going to have everyone with, like, powerful weapons by that point. And you need all the wilder weapons to even get that anyway. One of these days, when I find the prime map for doing it, I'm just gonna go crazy and unlock all those sealed skills and all those weapons, but before I do that, I need to find the weapons I'm gonna customize so that I can then graft them on as they're unlocked. I've only got that for a couple characters so far. Nothing really customized yet. We're getting there, but we're not quite there yet. So did I say you had to watch out for the food? Oh. Well, goes to show you how much I was paying attention. Apparently the base is just getting ready to fall. I'm actually gonna go and have a look at our base real quick because I have this tendency to ignore the important things. Oh my god, look at all these powered up enemies in here. Absolutely ridiculous. This may be an easy map, but it's still pretty easy to lose if you don't pay attention. Come on. There we go. I wouldn't be surprised if I failed. Oh my goodness. Well, may as well go crazy while we're at it. I wouldn't be surprised if I failed a map like this because I'm just having too much fun and don't realize that I'm about to lose my gosh darn base. Wait, where'd this guy come from? Oh, the item transporter. He usually just pops out of nowhere, but it's usually never in the base you're currently in. But why do you come to the LA base? What the heck? Whatever, I guess I got good drops out of him, maybe? I don't know. And yeah, like, these maps you're normally supposed to just, the rogue forces are there to bug you, but they're not your main objective. They have resistance troops that you can bring to your side by dropping their health, but the rogue commander gets worried and is like, oh, I'm gonna boost the morale of my troops so I can take down that pesky blue army. It's kind of like one of those, enemy, like defeat the enemy of two armies or the commander of two armies, but not quite the same. In fact, I think the rogue commander is moving towards my base right now. Let's see. Yeah, he is. It's Wizro. He doesn't give a darn about what's happening. He wants that base. Uh-oh, he might be too high. Oh, apparently not. Yeah. Wizro does not have enough health to survive this. Also, I don't think I'm going to find the food now that I've just instantly captured all the rogue bases, because I don't know which ones I've been into and which ones I haven't. Oh. Alright, I'm just gonna tell Winkle to go straight over here. I want the food, but I don't know if I'm gonna find it. Usually I just find it by the off chance I start wanting to look for it, but here I'm actually looking for it and I'm probably not gonna find it. That's how it goes. Didn't I tell Winkle to go towards the enemy? Or was that Marin? Oops. Oh well. I'll just tell Marin to follow you instead. Ah, there it is. Perfect. Before you go there, how about we capture this base? Because there is treasure here, if I remember. There we go. I've got more than enough KOs to hit my target, so I don't know why I went so crazy with this. Alright, it's Volga, so I should actually fight him with Marin because water is his weakness, supposedly. Also, an interesting thing about Marin's regular attacks is that if you just keep using them constantly, the AI does not know how to block it because the bubbles hit from behind. So you can just literally spam the first few weak attacks over and over, and there's like nothing they can do about it. It's kind of funny. There are some people that actually benefit from regular attacks plus, and Marin can be one of them. But that's only if you're willing to be a cheesy bum. You don't want to be too cheap, but hey, if they're giving me all these tools, I don't mind. And yeah, there's not much, like, I don't want to just, you know, be super stale. I feel like that's kind of what happens with Toon Zelda, is that you just, your regular attacks are good enough to carry their own. You don't really have to use your charge attacks that much. At least you don't seemingly have to. Oh, right, and I said I was going to do something about the 8-bit weapons, because they're kind of fun, but kind of want to see the actual weapon proper. The skull dress. Just gonna real quickly take care of that. I hate how you have to go all the way to the main menu to adjust something like that. No, not that. Yeah. The 8-bit weapons had their run, so I'll go back to the normal powerful looking weapons. Yes. Whoops, wrong map. There we go. Yeah, 2 maps cleared, 2%. So, very well gonna have to play like 100 different stages here, or more. Oh, you can't search the stage because you don't have any item cards yet. Oops. Well, I guess we're speeding through this then. Yeah, you don't start getting item cards until you branch out a little bit. You're stuck in this corner and you have to get out of it first before you can start picking your path. I don't know how late I'm gonna go tonight, but it's probably not gonna be super long. I'm feeling unusually tired. I say that every time I play this game, but I don't know. Kind of wake up after a while. Where are they gonna appear? They're gonna appear at the bottom. Someone's gonna be in that bottom keep, so why don't we just take out whoever that is? It's Volga. I kind of want Volga on my side because he's a pain to fight, but whatever. Also, fire versus fire is not a very interesting matchup. Stupid Turner. Get out of here. Okay, so now they're going to appear probably near the middle of the map, if not the bottom right corner of the map. I can never predict these ones, where you have to select an ally and make contact immediately. none of these skills are gonna help me. Oh my goodness. So, you notice how Zelda just ate more than half her health while trying to do that charge attack? That's kind of what happens when someone doesn't have any, you know, they don't stagger. They just absorb all the hits, and that's why Linkle's damage can get ridiculous sometimes. So if every single arrow that shot out of the bow was an enemy, yeah, you do tons of damage. It's not quite like that. Yeah, none of these skills can be used. So Fulgur's gonna be down in like 3 seconds. Jeez. Imagine if I was fighting him with a character that had water. He'd probably die in like one combo attack. At this stage level anyway. So there's not too much to really get psyched about right now. Like, I don't even have item cards yet, so all you can do is move forward quickly. Oops, wrong map. So we got a heart container for Tetra, and it's a rack up your KO count, which means we're going to be here for a while. So get comfy. Who's a good backup? Looks like you're basically on time today? Yeah, I only started about 10 minutes ago. You have great timing, Luigi. You don't miss much. And today we're probably not going to miss much because so far the maps have been really, really simple, to say the least. Hurts so much. Jeez. Like, that's kind of how the maps have been going so far. It's just, I basically murder everybody for once instead of having to struggle to do it. So, yeah. I know a lot of people don't like Tetra's moveset a lot, but I find that she actually does have pretty decent juggle combos, actually. You open that page, you turn the light seeking. Yeah, it does. That one small section of Wind Waker where it's just like it's never really day or night. It's kind of like in between. It's funny, when I originally played Wind Waker, I was stuck in that state for the longest time. I'm like, I kind of like the rap music when it was all cheery and it was all creepy and it's never turning night. But no, it's a story thing, so I guess I never put 2 and 2 together. I didn't figure out for the longest time, oh, you're supposed to go to Windfall and get the bombs and all that. So I just wander the sea randomly, finding, like, fairies and octos and all this stuff. Well, octos are kind of bad, because if you don't have any means to defeat it, then there's no point in actually doing that. You get warped to a random location on the sea if you can't actually damage it. Or kill it in time, rather. It is nice to have a breather map, you're right. Considering how I started off with like the hardest of the hard, I guess it's nice to have a nice, gentle beginning, so to speak. Good lord, that's a lot of enemies. I'm not even gonna need to use my magic fountain yet. I just can go with this regular Focus Spirit. Might as well. That's pretty much what these maps are for. It's like, oh, well, you got like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, get as many KOs as you can. The only thing that makes them a little bad is that you're forced for the time. So if you ended up getting like 4,000 KOs, it's possible you could have gotten the same amount of KOs on a faster KO map. Especially with the higher KO counts in the Infinity Edition. Let's see if I can unlock that 2000 skill. I didn't even ID it. I just figured, oh, it's a KO map. I'll get it. No problem. reinforcements reappeared down there, because of course they did. Toon Link is actually surprisingly fun, though. Both the sword and the sand rod, even if it looks kind of lame with the sand cubes, but the train definitely makes up for, you know, the bad parts of that. And you also do get a lot of nice, like, I mean, fire, most people just write off fire in this game, but I've seen it do some really interesting things. Because the damage that it does is there. There's times where I've like KO'd enemy officers and they have a sliver of health left, and then the enemy bounced right next to them and took out the rest of their health. It's kind of funny. I mean, it's really nothing practical, but funny nonetheless. I'm down for whatever looks interesting or hilarious. Don't think I'll be able to make great use of arrows, because the enemy density on this map was great at first, but now it's starting to thin out real quick. Oh, that's why, because they're all here. Oh, jeez. I don't think this map is going to give you much. Yeah. I'll just be able to unlock this skill, but that's about the best I can do. Could have magic fountained this. I don't know how many hits it takes, but apparently with Focus Spirit, if you do get hit enough times consecutively, you actually can start to stagger. It's kind of like the Redeads and the Gibdos, I guess. They both have the same mechanic. They just have to take an incredible number of hits before they start to stagger. Because it's a cursed link. Somehow you could see Jabu before Tetra left in the morning. Oh yeah, yeah. When I was playing that game as a kid, I never caught on to that hint about how, yeah, they plan to go in the morning, but because it's endless night, it's never going to be morning, so they weren't actually going to go there. I never caught on to that. Well, not till I was way older, I think. When did I play Wind Waker? Was I like... I can't remember, because it came out in like, what? It was GameCube, so what, 2005, I want to say? No, that doesn't sound right. I'd look it up, but actually, you know what? I'm not doing anything else right now. I may as well. The enemies are dead already. Yes, you're gonna hear some loud mouse clicks. As enemies try to murder me, I'll just move away from them, because I've already got my skill. Let's see if I can do it before the map finishes. Okay, so Wind Waker came out on December of 2002. And back then... Wow, 2002? I think I was like... Was I 16 back then? Okay, I wasn't all that young, but I was kind of a big rock when it came to like figuring out puzzles and mechanics and stuff. But anyway, it just flew by my head the first time I played the game, and I just wandered around. And I think that's the part that people didn't really like about Wind Waker, is that there's a lot of... It's a huge freaking world, but most of it is sailing, which ain't that interesting. Unless you run into like Cyclos or whatever. But yeah. Yeah, the events in that part of the story do kind of go down like that. It's just you find out that you need to find the Great Jaboon, and you have to do it by, you know, blowing up the little shards of rock on the side of this island. I can't remember which island, because I haven't played Wind Waker in like literally years. But once you do, you see the pearl, and then once you get the pearl, I think it's the blue one. I forget the name right now. But once you get the pearl, then the endless night is over. So now time goes back to normal. But until you do that part of the story, it's just endless night. It's never night. Well, it's never full night and it's never day. So you can't really... There's some things you can't and can't do. Wait, who's here again? Oh, it's just a super rare material. And apparently restricted to Linkle for some reason. Okay. I just realized I'm getting dangerously close to capping rupees at some point. Might want to start buying some levels or something. Man. I have to admit, Wind Waker HD was really great. Especially if you decide to play with the gamepad and you can just hot swap your items on the fly. That was actually amazing. And then you can like move around in first person mode when you're aiming things. Like, jeez. That version of the game just felt like the one you have to play. So many things. It's just unfortunate about that weird movement glitch that speedrunners can abuse in that version, where it's just, oh, you can just pull out the grappling hook and then you do this thing and then you start moving incredibly fast for no reason. It's like, how did that happen? I don't know. So there's only 2 bomb shoes. Yeah. Oh wait, the only thing you get in this map is super rare materials. I'm not even gonna bother with like, oh, okay, I'll bother with Skokin. Oh, he's gonna hurt, he's gonna hurt, he's gonna hurt. And he's done. Is there a rally captain? Oh, an allied keep fell. Oops. Wow. So that keep that the bomb shoe's getting ready to blow up in, it fell super fast. Oh my goodness. Well, I gotta go and capture it back anyway, so I may as well do that. Such a good way to handle the Wind Waker remake. I know, right? That remake was well worth the price of admission. Bought that like day 3, I think. It's too bad that game didn't get a re-release, but oh well. Then again, if they did that, how would they work out the Wii exclusive stuff, like, you know, the fact that you can have your map on there, or hot swapping items and all that. I mean, that's one thing I wish more of the Wii U games had, was just like taking something and making the Wii U gamepad an easier way to do things. But unfortunately, that didn't seem to happen. Not for a lot of games. Like, I remember when people were complaining how Minecraft came out on the Wii U, but they didn't do anything with the touchscreen or the Wii U gamepad at all. Like, you couldn't just play the game and then have your inventory on the Wii U gamepad screen. No, you basically had 2 screens showing the exact same thing. It's like, what? I guess they couldn't implement that. I don't know why, but they couldn't do it. I'm not going to pretend that it's easy to do something like that, because I have no idea what it takes to program a game like that, let alone a control scheme or what have you. But yeah. Well, I've got 1,000 KO, so I'll just go ahead and end this map, because that's all you need. Or, if I'm wrong, I guess I'll redo this map later. But I remember reading that you can just get 1,000 KOs, and that's your A rank on the basic maps, the basic and the green ones. Block, block, block. I'm hoping that I can figure out a way to get enemies to try and block her C6, because that means every single hit will cause them to take, like, probably more damage than they would if they were set in the air. The bomb tube blew up the enemy keep. Whatever will we do? Yeah. Apparently the bomb tube just sits there anyway. Uh-oh! Okay, so we've already moved into territory where an A rank demands that you get 1,200 KOs. Whoops. Got a little too eager there. I'm guessing these corners are actually demanding more. Oh, right, we had a game plan here. I should probably follow it. So the main thing I want to do is I want to get to the weapons first, and maybe grab whatever's along the way. Put an end to the enemy's divisive plan. Oh, this will be a blast. Who's the enemy? It's Linkle, which means... What is she weak to? I have no idea. Linkle, huh? Yeah. I'm guessing water because she's fire, technically. But I don't know what she drops, so I can't really... Well, it's not like we're farming food anyway, so forget about it. I remember that there was a video or something stating that the shadow versions, the dark versions of characters had weaknesses to fire, but I think in this one they just changed it so that the dark versions of characters have the exact same weakness as the originals. Oh wait, oh, there's only one? Oh, this is gonna be over in Flash. Oh boy. Wow. Okay, so... Yeah. Oh my goodness. Done. This map is not going to be very good for getting materials. I can tell you that right off the bat. If there was at least 2 of them, then we could have probably used it, but wow, the loading times are not going to be worth it. I don't even think I took any damage on that. Also, I kind of like this color scheme for Lana. I forget who it's representing, though. It does go well with the level 4 Deku Spear. Funny enough. Yeah, 28 seconds. I don't think I've ever cleared a map in 28 seconds before. At least according to the game time. So that was quick. Over here... Oh, I don't have that yet. We'll just speed through it. It's a rupee competition, though. So... I'll just use Skull Kid and cheese it like usual. Yeah, whenever I can't get the A rank reward, or I can't unlock something, then I just look towards speeding through the map. But I don't think you can speed through these ones. They're time-based. So, I'm gonna have to do this map twice, whether I like it or not. It's kind of a shame, but oh well. Ow. Still haven't gotten those badges. Mostly because I was, you know, not ready to sit there for about an hour trying to get badges. Red squares, far west. Yeah, they're taking creative liberties. Yeah. They took their liberties with this as opposed to the Great Sea, where most of the... Pretty much if you weren't near the Tower of Gods, it's just nothing. Like, nothing resembling difficulty. Oh my gosh. Get wrecked. I forgot how badly Skull Kid can mess up these red enemies. Look at that. Oops. Well, if I ever need to farm Sea materials, this might be a good map to do it. Well, it's not like you don't fight her enough already. That Lana outfit reminds you of Terra from Final Fantasy VI? Wow, I never even thought about that. I guess I just didn't make the connection with the greenish hair as opposed to being bright green. Wow. That's pretty cool, actually. Oh boy, I just ate all of those, didn't I? Man, that's another game that I definitely want to play again at some point. Probably one of the only people that ever went out of their way to train speed. There was only one Esper that did it. And, well, it's not permanent if you want the better something out of it. It was, what was his name? Odin? Yeah. Speed +1 when you level up. I know the remake does a better job of that, but not many people are gonna fight the Gigantor. Especially if you want to play it on the SNES. You know, I could just spend my time knocking out Sias. Just using C4 and just going crazy. Oh, come on! I didn't touch it! Fairy hunters have appeared. I guess that's kind of the problem with these maps, is that these rogue dark characters, they just do not stay still. Also, my position is horrible. Ah, come on. There, looks like a banana. I guess if the top is green, maybe? I don't know about that. Like, I guarantee... Well, there's probably a video on this, but I guarantee that all the outfits represent some character somewhere in the Zelda universe. If not other characters entirely in this game alone. Wow. Did anyone steal like this from Frozen Dreams? I mean, I've lost interest in trying to get as many rupees as possible and just seeing how fast I can take out these Sias. So just one cast of C4, and I could end up taking off half their health, especially if Darkness activates. That's the thing. If you manage to do that and Darkness activates, it's just so much damage. Especially on bosses where you can, like, hit twice. I need to get... Actually, you know what? I need to activate... Oh, wait, I don't have... what's it called? Oh, gosh darn it. The Magic Fountain, yeah, that's what I was trying to say. If I had Magic Fountain, I'd probably pull off like a C6 on those Sias. Whoa, where is Manhandla facing? What the heck? I guess sometimes the bosses actually can target other enemies. They usually just turn their attention to you immediately. No, I don't think they'll get it to me. The first recommended video on the stream is the outfit? It's the Games Brain one, isn't it? Okay, I guess that'll be my answer then. Screw it, I'm just gonna knock him out with special attacks. Doing enough damage. Medli's in trouble. I haven't even used her yet. Maybe I should do that. Oh man, I can't wait until I get that stamina, the stagger resist badge. Okay, you can give it up. The map's over, so yeah. Jeez. The first recommended video. I still don't know the optimal way to raise fairies, because I've heard that their base stats go up every time you refresh them, but I don't know. I don't seem to notice it. And farming gratitude crystals is definitely not my cup of tea, unfortunately. The Forgetful Foe quiz. Not you. Ugh, I gotta find another level 4+ weapon for Medli. I never got one to drop ever since I unlocked it. It's sad. Yeah, may as well go with something overpowered. Skull Kid's costume looks like a banana, or, well, yeah, you said that already. I already read that. What am I doing? It's actually the first one. Games Ring is the answer. Okay. Ooh, I like this night theme for Gerudo Desert. It's pretty cool. Wish we had more maps that were changing, like, the environment. Time of day and all that. I love that. Want the heavy sword? That would be the Re-Dead Knight. You gonna do anything, or you're just gonna stare at me all day? Nope, he's gonna taunt, I guess. Friggin' Moblin, can you give it a break? Yeah, this guy's not a... Did he just block? This Re-Dead Knight has Sia's usual AI, where they just kind of dart back and forth and they don't really attack you. What is this? So it's not just oh, damn. Okay, this Moblin's really starting to bother me. I just want to observe the stupid Re-Dead Knight, and you have to come here with your stupid flab and belly flopping. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna do anything. Maybe if I prod him a few times? Let's see. Yeah, there we go. I just unstalemated his AI. That's funny. I could have sworn that Re-Dead looked like it was trying to block. Because I've never, ever seen them try to block. Or move side to side, come to think of it. Weird. I know, right? Re-Deads can block. Why would they have to? They just resist everything. The one with the book. Oh, okay, so we're not gonna have shenanigans this time. Oh, they're both in the same spot. What? Oh, wait, I forgot to charge the gauge. Oops. Let's see if I can get an air... Oh, wait. She's gonna die before I even get an attempt at a combo here. And she retreated without dropping anything anyway. Or did she? No, she didn't drop anything. Dang it. That makes me sad. Still can't get over that whole Re-Dead block attempt. I'm gonna have to watch that back, because that seriously is hilarious. The one with the harp. I guess that's Sheik, isn't it? Yep. Oh, no, it's Medli. What? Why would they have you be Medli so you can fight against yourself? Okay. Wait a second, I think Medli's doing that thing where she's not attacking either. Hold on, Linko, you gotta calm down for a second. How did you block a boomerang from behind? Come on. Yeah. She's moving backwards. She's darting back and forth. Now side to side, yeah. I guess for whatever reason, in some of these rooms, if one person's attacking you, the other one kind of backs off. I don't know. Maybe. I can't say for sure because this makes no sense. Well, whatever. We can't sit here forever admiring dumb AI. It's a cruel way to do it, but eh. How do you step backwards like they do? I feel like they gave the AI functions that the player should have, but do not. I don't know. I worry too much about the dumbest things sometimes. I wonder what other zany glitches are going to happen today. I know that the reason the game can crash so much on the Switch is because apparently there's like memory leaks that go on, but sometimes it happens like as soon as you start the game. I've had that happen. Like I did the controller thing, I went to My Fairy, and then boom, instant crash. It's like, okay. Well, naturally, you gotta have Medli, so let's do that. And this time we'll have the nice sand rod, even though they recommend the sword. It's a good tactic in this case by not opening up a weak point gauge. But you might be giving too much credit. I guess that's one way to think about it. They're not giving you easy weak points. It's a quiz. But unlike all the other quiz maps like that, both of them attack you at the same time. But this one, no, they don't. So it seems kind of weird how they have just a kind of chill target and the other one just wants you dead. It does seem kind of weird. Because in Legends, they kind of did do rebalancing, and some things were different about certain maps. Well, I mean, other than, you know, where they hit everything, of course. Like, some maps would actually do things differently. The best, well, probably the only example I could think of is, you know how you have those missions where it's like, don't get hit, or no, not those. All attacks are devastating. And in the base game on the Wii U, every time you had a map like that, every time you take a hit, you drop to 1 heart regardless. There's no exceptions. But then, when Legends came out, I think even on some of the DLC on Wii U, but when Legends had some adventure maps come out with that condition, suddenly, instead of dropping you to 1/4 heart, you just lose like 10 hearts on those maps. And I was like, what? So, I don't know. I think they were trying to rebalance those maps, but it was only the new ones and not the ones that have already existed. It's weird. I kind of understand what they were trying to do, but it just seemed like now it seemed too easy because it's like, oh, well, if you take 1 hit, you're not going to lose your S rank, or A rank, as I should say. No, S rank is only if you're playing the game in Japanese because reasons. Don't know why that's a thing. A rank letter is gone because apparently we don't deserve S. Which means that the other ranks have gone up too, so you actually could get the lowest you could ever get is a B rank. C rank is impossible. Man, you actually have to go out of your way to get a C rank, I find. I've only ever really done that once. Let's go after the Lizalfos. I think once we start hitting the red maps, things are going to get quite interesting. But for now, we're just going to have to tear through these as fast as possible. Oh, gosh. Hate it when they pretend to run away and then they run towards you. They're like those alien captains. That's what enemy healing captains do. Is like, they take a swing at you, then they run off like 5 paces, then they come back. It's like, what are you doing? That's really annoying. Stop doing that. Man, these guys want my base dead. Well, of course they do. How else are they gonna even try to win against you? There we go, I unlocked both skills. And now, once this Focus Spirit is over, I can switch. And let's clear out some of the enemies inside this base, because I don't like how they've built up so darn many. If enough enemies get inside your base, it could fall. Like, literally, there could be 500 enemies in there, and they would actually do decent damage to it over time. That's a good place. Wow, I need a boomerang. I collected so many things that when I switched characters, Medli was still getting pop-ups over her head. That's hilarious. Wow, input went down really fast. Okay, so I said she went down really fast, but then I forget to finish her off. Alright, so... do I have to seek out the key to the enemy base? And if I haven't found it already, that means it's either in the barrier keep or that other one, and it's in the castle keep. Or the fairy fountain. Ah, it's a 50-50. Well, I guess we gotta take a guess. Man, these health recovery skills, I can't tell them apart. No, wait, Heart Bonds is based on your fairy's trust, but health regain, I can't tell if that's slow regeneration of your health or if it's just a set number of hearts. Well, I guess I could test it out. Health regain. Yeah, it's a set number. And the nice thing about fairy healing skills is that they aren't restricted by stuff like no healing on your weapon. So you could just run those skills as much as you want. Come on. Wow, that actually kind of looks cool when you're not looking at it from behind. Is this the key? Yeah, it is the key. So I guess we'll find out what's in the barrier keep then, if I'm careful. I mean, it is possible to capture these with minimal damage, but it's kind of annoying. Because you have to constantly dodge in order to activate your, you know, invincibility frames. Although Medli's actually pretty good at this. There you are. There, I barely lost 2 hearts to capture that without the fairy. Oh, good. If I'd sent Toon Link over here, I would have had to backtrack. Oh, wow. That was pretty nice. It didn't do that cutscene that showed the base gates opening up. They just opened up, and I can go in right away. Come on, stop that. So where is the boss going to show up this time? Oops, I didn't tell him to follow Link. Let's see. It's right up there. This is a boss summon that actually makes sense because in Sia's Tale, I think it happens. Or is it Wizrow that summons King Dodongo? I don't know. Poor Hylian soldiers. I really wish it was possible for your allies to attack the boss, because if you team up on the boss and it's down, they can actually do a decent amount of damage to it. Let's see if I can... Yeah. So now if Medli comes here, eventually... Like, if you have 3 characters, or in the rare case 4, and the boss is down, and you just let them wail on the boss, yeah, they're gonna take a ton of damage. Provided they actually attack. Come on, Toon Link. I told you to attack King Dodongo. What are you doing? Come on. Yeah, like, you can actually see his health chip down. Now imagine if 2 other characters were doing that as well. Wouldn't that be crazy? Oh, whoops, I meant to stay outside the circle, but oh well. Map over. And another abrupt end. Sometimes you don't even see that mission successful. It just... The chest suddenly spawns as soon as you land the last hit. Really shocking. I've got to find... I think I need to get a fairy with the shade barrier back, because I want to see more shade shenanigans. That stuff is funny. But because of the way I've been raising those fairies, I can't do that right now. Ugh, got too many weapons. Okay, so that's 1 weapon obtained. So the next one is pretty much... Red zones. Red zones. Oh boy. Yeah, I don't have a choice. I have to go down now. Because in order to get around this, you gotta go down and under. Also, I need to make sure I pick up another Wind Waker, because you can't buy those item cards. Yeah. I think there's one en route somewhere around here, but well, I guess we'll see. Great Sea Rule, double damage, big whoop. I don't even need to take out the Giant Octo or whatever the heck it's called. But I will ID these weapons. Oops. Jump the gun there. Yeah, every once in a while, I'll take a character to the Smithy and we'll just appraise a bunch of skills. The ones I appraise are the special skills and the... Oh, nice. And the versus skills. The versus skills, you kind of have to, because there's too many that are not so great, and there's only a couple that are, so you want to know if it's worth your time. This is always heart power, so you don't have to. This, I want to know. Compatriot? I'm going to sacrifice that. The KO skills are worth appraising if you're looking for stuff like health plus or bombs plus. But yeah, hookshot plus is definitely not worth your time. Or hammer plus for that matter. What is this? It's heart power. I don't know. I want the undead as opposed to the heart power, but I guess we'll see. This is bombs, so that's good. That we'll find out soon. That we'll find out. It's probably an augment skill. That we'll find out soon. So the one I want to get rid of is... What was it? I think it's this one. Yeah, the one with the rupees next to it. Okay. I just gotta find out which one is which. Shade and Tornado antics are actually hilarious. Yeah, they are. I've only done it once on stream. Well, technically twice, but I kind of want to do that again. One hit kill, Heartstrong. Jeez, this weapon is completely ready for boss killing. I didn't even realize I had this. Jeez. How much is it worth? I'm curious. 71,000 rupees. Wow. What a waste that would be to sell. Ah, screw it. I'll just take care of it in the menu. I might just go into my fairy and see if I can give someone a shade berry just so I can kind of do it. But I don't know. It all has to do with the way enemies are being damaged during the barrier. It affects the physics that they have. And for some reason, tornadoes just cause them to lift ever so slightly every frame. Forget to do this. There we go. Yeah, it's kind of cool how much her aerial attacks can do damage-wise. Imagine if you... Oh, man. You gotta teach a fairy the, what's it called? The elemental magician skill. And see if darkness can activate while she's doing that. That would be crazy. Because you can juggle a lot of the playable characters quite a while doing that. So if you could actually up your damage after some time. Or maybe even a lightning fairy and doing that too. That'd be crazy. Get some free lightning damage. Oh no, wait, this isn't a quiz. I can fight whoever I want. Whoops. Apparently, Dorinia's not interested in attacking me, even though this isn't a quiz. It seems like on this particular map, having two enemies in the same cube like this just causes one of them to go into defense mode or something. I don't know why. Ooh, that looked like it hurt. I kinda wanted to see if he could block. Oh, he did attack. I guess now that Young Link's gone, someone's gonna attack. I'm gonna see if he can approach while blocking so I can knock him out while he's blocking. Sometimes they do that automatically. Maybe with arrows? There we go. I guess arrows is a cheap way to get someone to block. Her 4+ is water. Yes, it is. So the harp actually gets colored like what is the name of the blue goddess of healing? Oh, yeah, Nehru? Yeah. It's actually colored as if it was a Nehru harp, and yeah, it does have water. Which is pretty cool. If only we had one for Feori, that would have been even better. But there is no, like, earth or wind element in this, unfortunately. Unforce. Yeah, that actually could have worked pretty well if they did that. Well, Skull Kid just ate the bullet because, well, light versus dark. And as for Tingle... Oh, wow. I forgot he can actually do that. Elemental Magician, yeah. It is pretty fun using a dark character, launching the Elemental Magician here, and just being like, okay, well, I'm just going to do a ton of damage to you and activate darkness. Or does it work that way? I can't remember. But dual elements weapons are really nice because you get to see characters using elements they probably actually benefit from. Like Twilight Midnight using light is pretty cool. Or Sheik doing the same thing. The damage bonus may be minor, but it's bonus nonetheless. If only it was possible to tweak the way elements worked. Ooh, so there's a C chart and a crane arm. I'm gonna go with the C chart. It also has fairy clothing. Claim revenge against your foes. For what? I don't know. It's a shame. I do have it, but the thing about Elemental Magician is that you kind of need one for every fairy of, well, every element. Because light is good to have, but darkness is even better. And in order to get that, I'm gonna have to have a fairy, a dark fairy, like maybe Loya, and I'll have to teach it to her. Oh man. Skull Kid was a character I was grinding with, and that explains why he has so many damn good weapons. So yeah, that's a thing. Oh, I do have... Oh, she does have Shade. Never mind. I think we're gonna do some Shade shenanigans. Because I know that Skull Kid has a tornado attack in his C5. I didn't even notice that Loya was like complete Shade. I must have used gratitude crystals on her last, that's why. Fighting has begun in various locations. Whatever. I'm gonna be annoyed by Hylian captains fleeing. If that guy's in trouble and he's all the way at the top of the map, good luck getting him in time. Okay. Oh yeah, check for pots, okay. Hylian captain's fleeing. No, we saw that coming. When you position that just right, that move does insane amounts of damage. And what's even better is that with playable characters, you can just force them to block it, and they'll take even more damage than they normally would. It's ridiculous. It's the move that works on pretty much everything. See if we can change out Skull Kid's outfit a little bit. I gotta say, the banana costume's kinda not doing it for me anymore. I don't have enough magic for this. And she doesn't have magic fountains, so I can't just give magic whenever I want. But there's plenty of opportunities to do what I want to do. I'll probably save it for like the enemy command or something. Okay. Lots of stuff going on up there. So I like how the wandering spirits are always like, oh, a wandering spirit appeared due to character's clouded heart. It's like, what did Skull Kid do to those guys? Well, actually, when you consider what game he came from, I guess in his case it makes sense. He was kind of a jerk in that game. Oh wow, I need full magic to use Roya's fairy thing? That's not good. Save some for the rest of us, eh? I guess the clothing I chose doesn't actually cut down the cost. Ah. So many enemies I can set soaring right about now. That poke can do tons of damage. Oh, I should have saved that. That poor Poe. Is he dead? No, he's dead. So that was like what, 100 kills in one sweep? Jeez. How many enemies were built up here? The wandering spirit's grudge got stronger. Reinforcements appeared. Maybe I should make them float away. But then again, the tornado attack actually has to hit when they're not, you know, using super armor, so you have to be a little careful with it. This attack right here. I'm going to be using that later to send some peeps flying. Okay. I didn't have to do this. That's a... Kind of canyon should have a... Is this a mission where we hear screaming a lot? Yes, it is. Especially if you don't go out of your way to save the Hylian captains, and you just don't really, like, you just can't do it consistently. There's only one time I ever did a mission like this where none of the Hylian captains had to flee, because I didn't know there was actually a bonus for doing it. Like, enemy morale goes down, which means that pretty much no one's gonna flee. But you have to like go and check who's losing their health in like 10 seconds and go save them before they flee. Because they're fighting a high morale enemy. That's pretty much what it is, and they have like only a fraction of the health that normally they would have. You got like 16 Hylian captains, but all of them have barely enough health to stay on the field against a high morale enemy for more than like a minute. So they flee, and then all the morale goes up, and then they flee in faster and faster. Even though the mission's over, they're still fleeing. Oh, an item transporter. Snipe him. Really? Some random dude just decides, oh, we can't let you finish that. Oh, it's the Wandering Spirits. I didn't even realize. Are they dead? Yeah, they're dead. Oops. I finished them off with like one special attack, and they're gonna follow me anyway, so I may as well let them continue to do so. Okay, so we're gonna just release a... Oh, wait. Oh, hold on a second. Oh, right. There's some maps on here where you can't use fairy magic, like the blast or the skills. Oops. That's why it's blanked out. I wasn't even paying attention to that. Oh. Well, whatever. I guess we'll just have to use the fairy skills. I should have been using that to begin with. The developers realized that the Fairy Blasts were so powerful they had to restrict them on some Master Quest maps. That's kind of hilarious. Whoa. I'm going to just finish off Hyrule then, because I can't do what I wanted to do, so I may as well just finish this. And not hit him at all. I hate this. Yeah, those Wandering Spirits pretty much got one-shot by a special attack. I could do... Nah, screw it. Wow. That's exactly the kind of sound you want to hear. Like, the map just promptly ended as soon as Wizro's health hit 0. There's no victory, there's no mission complete, there's no, you know, ending quote. It's just done. The Rancher Skirt? Ken should have a bunch of ghostly enemies with something against Skull Kid. You know what? You do raise a good point. Cause didn't Skull Kid, like, you know, cause a lot of... You know, he went too far with a lot of his pranks. I'm pretty sure. It's like, why else are there so many Gibdos there? No fairy skills. Well, Midna doesn't have a tornado attack. She has some decent weapons, though. Man, I can't wait until they have like 14 fairy slots so that I can just scroll through about 10 different fairies I'm not going to be using. Oh, man. I'm here to help. Actually, I should recruit Agatha because Medli's weak to darkness, which I am currently. If we think about these things carefully, we can take advantage of them. Oh, geez, where's the enemy's gonna appear? Probably over here, actually. Where am I going? The highest leveled character I have is 145. And it's young Link, because of course he is. Hey, I guessed right. Ah! Now I can activate Darkness and probably take out Zelda in the next combo. Maybe. Ah! Would you stop that? Oh, she did that at just the right time. Good for you. I probably can't knock out this Poe before it disappears, because it's got that stupid yellow aura. Oh, never mind. I just did it. So, Zelda, I think, summons bosses, but what does Medli do? Does she summon reinforcements? Can't tell. They all have specific things they do. Yeah, she does summon the enemy units, okay. Zelda's kind of a pain in the butt to fight because her rapier has range and it hits multiple times, so it can stagger you very easily. Hurt. This is gonna hurt. Ah, come on. There you go. Dang it, man, let go down. Okay, I want to activate darkness so that we can seriously get some damage on with this weak point smash. Are there any good maps to grind fairy food, trying to unlock some of the better skills? You'll want to go to the Grand Travels map if you're looking for fairy food, because that map has a permanent food drop, like buff applied to it. So enemies are, whenever food drops, you'll always get like 2 of them, and you can get up to 8 to 11 food per map. And it has a lot of plans where it's like, put an end to the enemy's divisive plan, and you can finish those in like a minute, a pop. And if you use a certain apothecary mix, then then you'll actually be able to pick up like that character's food 8 times in a minute, and you'll get a combination of silver and gold varieties of it. So you can just keep doing those maps over and over and get something that aligns with your fairy stats. Or you can go the Gratitude Crystal route, but that's only for the rainbow skills, I think. And it's kind of a long road to get a lot of those. The only reason I have a few on this fairy is because I went on my way to do it. I managed to get away with like using some pretty good food that aligned with its stats, but if it wasn't for that, I probably wouldn't have Magic Fountain Plus or, you know, the good stuff. I should have made the extra effort to get Extreme Crush, though, because I hear that is exceptionally awesome. Like, I think it's just you use the skill, a shockwave emits from your starting point, and then it's just like anybody hit by that shockwave just instantly downed, weak point gauge exposed. Basically, your boss killing machine, from what I can gather. In fact, why don't I show you one method or one stage in particular that I use for grinding food? Because this stage, you know, for some reason the characters in this stage don't have a lot of health. So as long as you're using a character that hits their weakness, you will actually get to take them down fairly simply, even with a level 1 weapon. It doesn't seem to matter how strong you are, they all seem to take the relatively same amount of damage. I'll just go there real quick, do one run, and then you'll get the picture when you see it. So you go to the Grand Travels map, and the map that we're looking at, well, the one I was using for the longest time is right here. Put an end to the enemy's defensive plan, level 7. And this map is useful for not only grinding food, but you could get decent weapons and all sorts of other stuff here. But the trick here is that you want to use a potion that corresponds to what the enemy here can drop. So for example, Medli drops Elixir Soup as her food. So if you use Drink Drop, it's going to make it so that the map not only promotes that the characters drop drink food, but it's also going to dampen the other kinds of drops that can happen, like weapons, materials. You'll get less of those, and you're much more likely to grab the food. And let me just show you how fast this can go. I mean, you don't even need like Magic Fountain Plus, but the reason why I'm doing it is because you're fighting a lot of clones and things will get out of hand. But the basic guide here is you want to attack the clones just enough so that they divide once, because once they divide, then their AI is set to just follow you. And you want that because then you move on to the next clone, make it divide once, Then you go to the clone that's already following you, and then you just kind of let the clones gather up and take them all out at the same time. Now you'll notice that at first it seems like you're not doing a lot of damage, but you'll get them. Like each time they divide, they get weaker. And so this Dark Medli was already moving towards me, so I can just go ahead and drop its health, make it divide. You want to gather them because you want to try and take them out relatively the same time. And Focus Spirit is actually recommended because they can't block your attacks if you're using it. And it's going to happen a lot. So I think at this point, all you do is you just knock out the Medlis one by one. And you're going to notice right away that they're dropping like gold food, silver food, a ton of it. And if not, then they're dropping like pretty good weapons, maybe their material once or twice. But you see how fast I'm taking them out? Like I'm only level 65 and I was able to take them out in like about a minute. And yeah, you see that. Food, weapon, more food here. There's 2 more gold food there. Like, you see how fast you can pick this up? It's crazy. And it's already over. So, there's maps like these all over the Grand Travels, and all you have to do is just pick the one that corresponds to the food your fairy is going to need the most. And yeah, there you go. I got 4 delicious versions and 4 tasty versions. So you tend to get 8, as long as you use that drink drop potion. It depends on which character you're fighting, so you might have to change that. But that's kind of where I go for food, mainly. Oops, I went too far. So I just thought I'd take a little detour to show you that, just so that you're aware. It doesn't take too long to get to that map either, because it's not terribly difficult, but there might be a few hard maps on the way to it. So you do have to be careful of that. Yeah, those skills are gonna definitely serve you well, but you kind of do have to go out of your way to get them. And not only that, but you have to reset your fairy a bunch of times to get the right traits so that you can grab them. So I say get the fairy that you like the most, then reset it a bunch of times to get the traits you want, and then go for the skill. And then you're pretty much good to go. Oh, nice. These guys are weak to water, so they're going to drop really fast. People put down water a lot for doing like no damage, but I like how it can break weak point gauges when you're nowhere near them. It's pretty useful. That was easy. Widow's the hardest character to use in the game. Not. Some people just like saying that. Silver and gold experience skills. So I did some reading up on a lot of the fairy skills that you can grind with, like the, the experience boost and all that. And it seems like they have the same effect as the apothecary mixes. The apothecary mix doesn't stack with the fairy skill, unfortunately. And also, it seems like the experience boosts actually stack in a percentage, because it's like, if you have a boost on your weapon, it's not double experience, it's like 25% more. And then if you use an apothecary mix, it's like another 25% more, so now you're getting 1.5. And then I think if you're on a map with an experience effect on it, it's like 1.75. So yeah, there's that. I should have used that fairy with the Elemental Magician. So there's that, I guess. Oh, how rude. That was pointless, because Midna decided to just watch. Oops, missed because I went too early. Can you just throw Rudo over here more often than you need to? Yeah. They were doing the same thing with Agatha, although that one I understand a bit more. But Rudo is actually really good, especially if you're fighting an enemy with fire. There's really just no contest at that point. Well, he's a bit of a nasty one to fight. Wow. Well, that worked out incredibly well. The Redead is down because he's weak to water. Also, the weak attack that has that glyph on it, it can do a lot of damage if you catch an enemy in it. Even if they're blocking, too. The funny thing about the first weak attack for Rudo's string is that it actually slows the enemy. So you can actually use that to your advantage. Funny enough. Because it takes them a long time to recover from it, as you can see. It's like a good 2 seconds on just a normal hit, but if they're in the middle of something, then they're stunned for that long. You could actually just one round the weak point gauge doing this if you really wanted to. And if it stopped getting hit because Medli's projectiles are a thing. Well, Agatha wants to die that badly, so I guess we'll give it to her. Okay, she's not dead. One for you, one for you. One for both? Yep. Wow, I was nowhere near her. If you corner somebody and do that attack, I think it's pretty much lights out. Oh my goodness. Does wonders on boss weak point gauges too. So regular attacks plus might be something she can consider. Might. Vanilla Master Quest map gave way more don't get hit missions. Did it? I haven't played, like, the only time I played the original versions of those DLC maps was when they came out. So I don't really remember. All I remember is that the Twilight map was unnecessarily hard. And yeah, there was a lot of don't get hit, and people were complaining about those because they wanted the 8-bit weapons. There was like a don't get hit for something important. I can't remember. It's like don't get hit. Oh no, wait. I think it was Legends, but there was like a don't get hit mission for a Dominion Rod. I remember that being a thing. And there was one for the spinner too, wasn't there? I'm pretty sure there was. Oh dear, what did I forget? Oh. I should use Ravio, he's fun. Well, assuming there's a character that isn't needing to pick up their heart item. The enemies are hidden and must be revealed. Oh, okay. I need the bracelets in order to do that. Uh-oh. Is this just like the original map where it's like, oh, you need the bracelets to keep moving forward. Here, go all the way to the left corner to get them. Okay, I guess we'll have to go down for now. Unless they're blocking this one too. Let's see if there's any more stone heads that I have to pick up. No? So I have to take a small detour in order to continue right now, because there's no bracelets I can pick up at the moment. Ah, darn it. I'm actually going to use Ravio here. He only has his level 1 weapon because I haven't touched the lore room map yet, but his attacks are still really good. I'm surprised. just throw Toon Zelda in there for no reason. We'll throw Sheik in as backup liner. You'll bring the shade. Need some shade in here. Mitigated on Legends. Incorporated character swaps. Yeah, and spacing out DLC characters, yeah. The ability to switch characters is amazing. Just makes it really easier to command them. That's like the one thing that the 3DS has over this version, that commanding characters with a snap. You just tap the bottom screen, tap where you want them to go, and you're done in like a second. It's crazy. Oh, large amount of enemies want to go somewhere. Oh, you settle inside the cube. Oh no, it's a messenger mission. That's why you have 3 characters. Okay, okay. I see where this is going. You go up here. You go to the base, just in case. Actually, why don't we capture that base before you leave? Oh no, wait, that's Toon Zelda. Oops. The golden Koopa is here to look for food. The Toon Zelda has something interesting about our 4th weak attack, is that it also has a stunning property to it. A lot of range, too. Okay, so at least we know this is a dud. I thought that was food for a second. Lots of magic dropping on this map. There must be a restriction on your items, that's why. Didn't stand a chance. Okay, so let's see. How's the messenger doing? It's actually holding... Well, he's holding his game together. Unlike usual, where they're almost dead already. Ravio's moveset is actually really fun to use, because all of his moves are practical in their own way. Even strong attack is really good. You can just push it and drop an ice block, or you can hold it and it'll be like a bunch of, you know, stalagmites come out of the ground. So it's kind of like the fire rod. Actually, you could say it's almost like its opposite, really. Then again, he is kind of holding, you know, the ice rod in part of his moveset, so I guess that makes sense. Okay, so we're gonna switch to... Switch to Toon Zelda getting completely slaughtered by Stell Masters, apparently. Yikes. Sometimes forget that she's actually light elemental. Okay, that messenger really needs to get moving now because I just cleared the entire path. I hate when they spawn more messengers. It just invites more enemies to come and try to take them down for no reason. Oh, I'm gonna drop down here any second. Let's see if they do. I've never actually played Spirit Tracks, but I'm pretty sure that's a reference to that game. Because all I really know about is that, for some reason, Zelda has to possess this suit of armor. That's about it. I think it had something to do with like her body being captive. But not her spirit. Hence, Spirit Tracks. She can also, like, turn into this ball, which knocks enemies around, but it doesn't really do much for damage. So I'm guessing that's another thing that you'd have to do with that game at some point. Kind of reminds me of Samus in a way. Just random morph ball. Okay, so those messengers are going to their destination, which means I don't have to worry about them dying, so good. I really hate that. Those messengers are so important that if they retreat, you lose the entire battle. Because, I don't know. I think this gold cuckoo's had enough food. They stole her body to use as a vessel for the Gaming Lord. That wasn't actually Ganon. Oh, okay. So Ganon isn't actually a boss in that game. Interesting. I've always heard about how good Spirit Tracks is, but I never really played it. Even though I played Phantom Hourglass, so I really had no reason not to play it. Oh, other than the fact that I never bought it. And couldn't find it, so I guess that was part of the reason. Okay, let's start weakening the commander. Damn. How about almost kill by accident? Time for shenanigans. Actually, I better not, because that might finish him. Oh, this might actually finish him. Oops. Well, got a little too hasty there. Oh well, I'll just have to do it again later. Everything after Wind Waker is Ganonless. A lot of people wanted Groose in the game and never came true. Yeah. Yeah. People are just spamming the heck out of, you know, Groose is loose or it's still not loose. They had his machine in the game, but they never put the character himself in there. He probably would have been a good fit, honestly. I mean, come on, if you can make Agatha work, then you could have made a whole bunch of other characters work. A lot of people were gunning for Vati, apparently. He was another popular one to show up. I don't know how well that would have worked, but one can dream. Speaking of dreams, I wonder if this game's ever going to get a patch. Because you gotta admit, the whole memory leak thing, that's a horrible note to leave the game off in. The definitive version of the game, where it crashes more often if you play it too long. That's nice. Well, I put heart power on here before anything else. I must have been confident in this decision. I keep saying I'm going to do tornado shenanigans, but then I realized the characters I'm using don't have tornado attacks, so it's like, oops. Oh, because he died for real and turned to stone. Oh, well, that's why he's not in this one. Oh. He would work if they went the Minish Cap Vati. I guess so. Minish Cap is kind of like another underrated one too. Come to think of it. It's like, oh, it's handheld. That means it's crap. No. Defeat Volga's henchmen. Well, that's the Lizalfos chieftain. The big ol' Lizalfos. It's hard to believe, but Tingle actually has aerial game. Well, if I could actually not do a weak point smash for a second, maybe we'll see some of it. These guys didn't have a lot of health, but he's almost dead. This attack, I don't know what they did to it, but it is so inaccurate now. It used to, like, combo with almost every pass on that hit, but now the first 3 parts hit and then they just fall right out of it. I don't know why it's like that. It used to be such a good move. I don't even know if it's good for clearing crowds. The traitor. I don't think Medli's gonna let me pull off a combo. Dang it, how did you block that when your weak point gauge was exposed? Explain that. Okay. Now that she's stealing stars. It doesn't work with Wizro because he always recovers so damn fast. It's probably gonna hit Medli. Yep, just in time to wake up. Jeez. Oh my goodness. You actually don't want to get hit by that move because it does a lot of damage. Need Medli on screen. And now we go for it. She's gone. Oh, come on. Oh, she did drop her weapon. Never mind. I can play for nothing. Thanks, valid. And I face through the door. It's a little bit more comfortable, so we'll try and see if I can keep the microphone here. I know it likes to make a lot of noise if it moves even the slightest bit, so I'm trying to be careful not to do that. Oh. The one who's been hunting fairies? I guess that's Sia. Because, I think that was happening at the beginning of her story. I can't remember. If I'm wrong about this, then I'll be surprised, because, yeah. So you're supposed to be able to use Tingle's strong attack to, like, continue combos by pressing B at any time. Which means if you try to dodge, you're actually just going to trigger that. Uh-oh. Did I? Oh, I hit the wrong one. Dang it. Well, I had the right answer, but I just decided I didn't want that. Oops. Wow. I have not failed a quiz mission in the longest time, but oh well. There's a first for everything. Wait, do I even get to move forward with a B? Guess we'll find out. Oh, you can. Okay. I can come back to that later. Wrong square. There you go. Minish Camp is either you like Kingstones or hate Minish Cap. Wow. I mean, I don't know too much about Minish Cap, but I guess to each their own, huh? Don't know if there's much room, and yeah. Tingle's aerial combos seem to rely on just knowing they exist, but even then, they don't seem that good. And who was I using here? Gosh darn it, I always do that. I go into a map thinking I'm using these two characters, and then I forget who the two characters are. So it's Medli and Young Link. So we'll start off with Medli to make sure we don't forget. And we'll pick Young Link, and we're starting to get up on the map, so... I guess I should start trying to get that medal where you mix everything in the apothecary. I don't know which one I haven't done yet. Guardbreaker? Ah, whatever. Don't worry about those later. For now, I'll just mix something like... How about... I'll just do weapon slot, because why not? Got enough golds to last in a millennia at this point, so, yeah. I don't see a lot of room for, you know... I think Tetsuo did make a good point about this, but when it comes to combos, this game really doesn't want you doing that. Because if you combo an enemy that can't recover, eventually it'll get so hard to hit them that they'll go flying and try to launch them again. Or they'll just completely disappear all of a sudden. Like, I'm sure you've seen it a few times when I've tried to combo things like moblins. It's just like... I try to launch them and all of a sudden they go flying across the room. It's like, what? But yeah, that's the thing that happens. This will get the enemy commander to come out, at least the rogue one. Let's pay attention to where the treasures are, because we've got a couple of them. So south field, this field, that field. They're all on the east side of the map. I don't know my east and west. I technically don't have to worry about capturing the keeps, because if I defeat the rogue commander, those keeps belong to me afterwards. So I should actually just go straight for this target over here. I'm going to make sure I don't screw up, because, yeah, I need to capture the enemy keeps, not the rogue keeps. If there is a treasure in the rogue keep when you defeat the rogue commander, those do appear. You just don't get a special little cutscene to show you. So you have to pay attention to that sometimes. There's a heart piece. Good. So we found the treasure, and we can actually focus towards ending the stage now. For any reason, I'm getting cheap with the hyper armor anyway. Shield memory has health, so we might be able to try and combo. Ah, died already. Okay, so there's a lot of yeah, there's a lot of red where young Link is, but he can handle that no problem. I like how the enemy commander has something to say for no reason. It's like, oh, I'll get there shortly, but they're never coming out of that keep. It's a good bluff. Or Dorino, where he's like, oh, I would never actually abandon you. Just locks himself inside the enemy keep. Okay, time to see if young Link can have some fun here. Oh. Forgot to give him the other fairy. Oh well. I guess we can get some more materials while at it. Jeez, just look at this cluster of. Dead now. It's kind of weird to have Lizalfos that actually fight with you. It's just so weird. I keep half like trying to hit them because I'm always like, oh, it's another Lizalfos, time to take her out. Oh wait, it's on my side. Force of habit, I guess. A siege captain, really? Yeah, I keep trying to attack enemies that have a real on them because I'm like, these are enemies. It's like, wait, they're your allies. Oops. Man, just imagine if there's friendly fire in this game where you can attack your allies for no reason. That would seem really messed up. Realistic, but messed up. Oh, right. I want to get a fairy going so I can put up a barrier so I can do some tornado shenanigans. I've read that the duration of a fairy blast and the barrier that's left behind is like 2 minutes for level 25 fairies and 4 minutes for level 50 plus. Which is kind of interesting. It doesn't feel like 4 minutes. I need to make it closely base I want to do it in. But the young Link doesn't really have tornado attack, so he won't be able to do it, but Medli has one, and it should work. Alright, before I do that, let me make sure I get the Sculptula. That's the first reason I'm here. There we go. So where's it going to appear? Right up there, of course. Oh, better get Medli over there. Actually, I wonder if I'm going to make it in time. Pretty sure these things flee in like a minute on the easier maps, and then you get up to 5 on the harder ones. Ugh, incredibly rough and elusive game, but the enemies definitely feel it too. Yeah. That seemed like a harsh rule. If anything, that would encourage people to go one-man army even more often, because you can't hit your allies if they're not there. Also, where's this Sculptula? Oh wait, I think I know where it is, or I don't know where it is. Uh-oh. It might just flee. Wait, is that it? That's it. Good, okay. I'm gonna do this now. Okay, so in order to catch Zelda in a tornado, I'm gonna have to actually make sure she's vulnerable, but that's gonna be hard with her rapier and constantly want to attack you. So I might have to try and see. Oh, maybe the blue one? She's blocking a lot, so it might be hard to hit her with it. Dang it! She managed to block that in the middle of an attack. What is this? Also, I've tried using the hammer on enemies a lot of the times, and they just block that no matter what. Oh, that's not good. We're gonna have you go back to the base. Okay, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and tornado. Yep. That's pretty funny. There she goes. It's like a rolling tornado. I love it. And they just keep going up and up and up. Funny enough, while their health is draining all the while. Can I look up? Yeah, I can. Like, they'll just keep going until they're gone, pretty much. I don't know if there's a ceiling on these maps, because why would you ever have a ceiling in a game where you can't jump? But unfortunately, I'm gonna have to cut this short because the base is going to fall if I ignore it any longer, so oh well. Dang it. Whoa, okay. I think I better get in there. Volga is seriously tearing into this base, along with a bunch of high-powered red enemies, so yeah, that's okay. It's just fun to do that. What's with me not being able to hear the in-game audio? TV's still kind of busted. Kind of want to get money together to... Well, we're kind of deciding whether the TV's worth fixing or if we should just get a new one. That's the big dilemma, actually. Because you know how it is. You want to go get your TV repaired? Oh, let's give me like $100 or $200. It's like, you know, that's kind of halfway into a new TV. If not, you probably get a better TV for less. But I might have someone I know that's pretty good with electronics that might be interested in carrying it, but he's on a trip right now, so once he comes back in late September, I guess that's when we'll finally learn if he wants to do it or not. Oh, I switched. Oh. But until then, yeah, this big TV's not going to give me game audio for a while, unfortunately. On the bright side, I don't have to worry about syncing up my audio. Not that it matters. I had it synced up at one point, but I don't know, there's like this millisecond of delay that gets introduced with every hour that you go on or something, and eventually you start to hear it go out of sync. Drives me nuts. So I think it's safe to say that this map is over. It's like that one meme where something gets sent flying and they just keep going through space. Yeah, that was a meme, wasn't it? And it had the specific song that was associated with it when it's particularly crazy. Like to the point where the corpse is like distorting and all that crazy stuff. I don't know the name of the song because, let's face it, me and music don't go together well when it comes to knowledge, but yeah, I remember seeing that meme pop up for a while. And if I could hear the sculpture this time around, yeah. I'm just going to have to go with visual cues for now. I mean, the game audio is still going to show up on stream, so I guess you guys will know if I was close or not, but I won't know if I was close. Kind of annoying, but eh. Dang it. So many good weapons. There's a heart power and a special skill on this one. Well, I guess we're exchanging one for the other. First sculpture, or piece of artwork on this one. So Tetra has a heart container here. I could go around this and get the level 3 weapon, which is not bad. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Rack up your KO count. I should have looked at this first. Isn't this... Didn't Tetra already have one of these? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh. So either way, it's the same thing. Blast. What's on this map? There's a light ring there. It's limited to Giram. Well, there's not that much of blue left anyway, so I guess we could go this way. But I still have to do this map. Ah! Oh well. Let's just do it then. Wow, I'm running out of skills to unseal. Okay, how about... let's bring a boss killer just in case. Yeah, Zelda, Sia, arguably Skull Kid, and Master Sword Link. Those are pretty much boss killers. Kinda wish the gold Skulltulas had their old crawling sound effect. It sounded cool. He's gonna combo after that. No, it's dead. Oh wait, I should actually switch and take out what's his name? Winkle. Her name, rather. Okay, there is one thing about Zelda I've noticed in this version that is kind of annoying. Whenever you do your little light charge, if you dodge cancel it too early, you don't get all the charges. It disappears quickly. I'll do this and then dodge immediately and I get nothing. Even though you get the animation of the orbs going up there. See? If it doesn't reach the gauge, you don't get it. It looked like 3 went up there, but only 1 did. Some nitpicky bull to complain about, but you know me. Get the bosses to spawn so Zelda can really strut her stuff when it comes to knocking them down. You foiled the enemy plan. I probably should have let them proceed with their plan, because let's face it, the easier they are to defeat, the better. Where's the boss? There's the boss. It's good. Wow. Talk about kind. Wait for it. Wow, that almost destroyed the gauge completely. I had to do that because Manhandler was about to get up, so screw it. Oh, that looks like Rock. I just checked the map and I saw that icon fly towards me so fast. I'm like, that's gotta be Rock. It's gotta be him. And lo and behold. So let me do this to increase my attack speed. Do this. Oh my goodness, I didn't even get to do the weak point smash. It just bam, dead. So yeah. Planning on doing any of the challenge missions? Consider Zelda's Rapier. It's pretty damn awesome for that. All the enemies spawned where Tetra is, so I should probably do that. Damn. Okay, time for Tetra to have some fun. Thanks for spinning me around, camera. That was 50 KOs in a second. What in the world? See, I wish the enemy density always stayed like this when we're doing these maps. Then it'd be like really worth it. But the enemy crowd gets super thin, super fast, and then it's like, oh, gotta keep moving around now. It's funny, like the enemy spawn rate is so high, it actually does empty out. Looks like a gold drop too. Yeah, I know. I'm still looking for embers. Well, actually, I need embers, but I haven't really been going out of the way to get them. But I'm slowly getting a good number of them to show up, which is kind of nice. Oh, that was nice. What the heck? I had like 30-something embers, but then I started doing badges for that video, and then I ran out of them. I was like, wow. And here I thought I was going too much. It's like, oh, that's not even enough. Some evidence in here, but it's thinning out very quickly. Look at better when it's getting like 50 KOs every few seconds. Oh no, enemy reinforcements. Oh, I thought I could get out of the way in time with a weak attack. Yeah, they give really love you a special attack if you get anywhere near them. It's annoying as heck because of the paralysis. I've got like too many gold drops. I almost wish there was an apothecary mix where it's just like common drop only. Just so you can get those silvers. I'm guessing they raised the drop rate of the super rare materials just because they realized how annoying it was to grind for that in the original version. Like, I mean, you saw what happened with the Ganon horns when I was trying to do it on the Wii U, right? I only had 2 of them. Ever. It's not like Ganon was an easy boss to kill. You have to wear down his armor, and then you get the weak point smash. And back on the Wii U version, when you had versus Ganon, there was only Ganon, so that skill really existed just so you could do more damage to the final boss. A little more. But in this version, it does bonus damage to Ganon, Phantom Ganon, and Yuga, because he's related to Ganon. I guess, at least according to what they want. Like, he kind of is Ganondorf in a way, just more, what's the word? Narcissistic? I guess that's a good one. His obsession with putting people into paintings is kind of unhealthy. I just realized there's no special attacks ever on this map. That's why there's so much magic. Yep. Pardon grinding out the apothecary mixes while running through these low rank rooms. Yeah, last night I was actually doing that during the breaks, and I couldn't figure out where I stopped on the list, because I'm done every single mix up until the special badges, like the ones with the bosses and everything. But I don't know if I've done all the drink mixes. And the drink mixes are kind of ones you want to be careful about because they can reduce the total number of drops you get on the map. But then again, it's not like I need a lot of drops right now, so maybe I should just get them out of the way. I know I've used a good chunk of the drink or the food drop mixes, but I guess we'll have to see if I can just run through them. Yeah. It's kind of a pain to go to the apothecary every single map, but I mean, I may as well do it at some point. I don't think that, yeah. At this point, I can just wait. They're all going to charge towards me, so, whoa, jeez. Talk about enemy density, holy jeez. There's one to crawl around one of your characters. I guess the one that triggered the reinforcements and everything. That was what, like 400 KOs in 30 seconds? Something crazy like that? Vegeta is definitely flamboyant, yeah. His voice, his demeanor, pretty much everything about him just goes... He lets you know up front. He's not trying to hide nothing. Although, I guess his voice could be a little bit annoying. Lots of hmms and I can't even do the pitch that he's at because I'll just hurt my throat trying. Hey, come on. Man, they could have handled this whole weapon dropping system very easily. It'll be like, hey, you got these weapons. You want to keep any of them? No? Okay, we'll just go to the next screen. Want to keep some? Okay, then we go to this character's lost and decide this. Like, it would have been so much easier if they could just let you do that. Because at the end game, you're just gonna be discarding so many weapons because you don't need every single one of them. And mostly because you're just hoarding together skills that you're gonna need. Win the rupee competition. The hero and the sage back each other up. What? I don't know. Should I go up? Well, actually, the boomerang's over here. And this arm, so I should get those. I also get to use Lana and her incredibly destructive summoning gate again. Always a pleasure. Yeah, I may as well just go crazy. I don't even give a darn. I can't remember when I did it, but I had the Argarok, like, you know, flame thing going off when someone was blocking, and their health just, like, almost vanished instantly. It was so stupid. I love it. Well, that's exactly what we're starting off with. Dark Medli. They are probably not going to like this a lot. Yeah, I'm just like tearing through their health with this. They don't even know what's going on at this point. I probably could just experience grind on this map, honestly. If that Dark Knight wasn't a jerk, I could. Oh, she's done. It's supposed to be a rupee competition, but guess what? I've got other things in mind. Oh man. Oh man. Just look at that health go down. It's ridiculous. And they just, like, a lot of the time, they don't really attack. Oh god. Speaking of attack, I get juggled by Medli. Yeah, she's done. I might be able to reach. Let's see. Gosh. I could... It looks like rupee competitions are the way to go if you're actually landing screws. Well, I guess we'll summon V because we're just doing so much damage with this. Jeez. Well, let's not be unoriginal hacks all the time. You gotta have some variety.
Which was a real variant again, just being grand and extra.
Ganondorf is stern and serious. I guess so. I mean, Link Between Worlds is essentially a remake of Link to the Past. Kinda. I guess. Very similar. But the story's changed quite a bit. Well, I say quite a bit, but it feels like the changes were not you know, major, but at the same time, they're big enough to really matter in the grand scheme of things. So it feels kind of like a remake that is trying to be its own thing, if that makes any sense. I guess that's one way to put it. Oh, shoot. It's gonna be hard to summon monsters if they keep attacking like that. Guess it's time to... Can't melt anybody if I keep getting hit like that. I have seen what this weapon can do to bosses if you manage to wedge yourself in between them just right. It's gross, to say the least. Like, imagine if the imprison fell in like 10 seconds as soon as you knocked it down. Yeah. It's a good idea. Let's see if spinning the circle does anything. No, it doesn't? Really? Come on. Oh, I missed. It flew off the cliff. Oh, there's a boss. There's another boss. If I get this just right, Goma might actually be taking a massive hit here. Let's see. Oh, God. Get wrecked, Goma. You gotta put yourself at an angle. Yeah, look at this. Just complete and utter destruction. Oh, my gosh. Because as long as you don't face the center, you don't do a recoil smash, so you could just keep circling the boss over and over and just completely destroying it like this. And yeah. It is pretty insane. Ah, man. Yeah, I could have just spent this map knocking out Medli's dark memories. Because they can't win the rookie competition if they can't stay alive long enough to not let me steal them. Jeez. That's gonna hurt. And it didn't stay lined up long enough, so that sucks. It's funny how enemies behave when they're not anywhere near them. They're quick to block as soon as they get a whiff of the fact that you're hitting them like 4 times in a row. But if you're nowhere near them, they'll take the hits infinitely. Heck, they wouldn't even... Well, okay, maybe they'll recover, but let's see. I guess it depends on whether you got their aggression or not. This is what Sima Zhao could have been. Sima Zhao just takes something, rides it like a surfboard, and damages enemies immensely while doing it. I'd actually love to just do that. Hell, Huang Nai's boat could have been like that. The one where he just, like, he literally has a charge attack where he just jumps on it and surfs it. It's kind of silly, but yeah. Could knock them out again. Let's see. It's hard to get a good angle on your target because they tend to be too short to actually, like, you know, keep the fire on. If that makes sense. But I guess I'll try. What a great way to get Zelda materials, eh? You don't want to step in that. The Fairy Hunter's gonna die in like a second. There you go. That one. Let's get a good one. Yeah. I loopy thief. They can't steal from your characters if you're not controlling them with the mode. Wow. This weapon is so darn powerful. The arm blade. Ooh. Body surfing from ludicrous damage. Instead of the move, almost never hits anything. Horrible accuracy. Arm blade. Yeah, that was a pretty cool weapon. Yeah. I'm still miffed about Dynasty Warriors 9. It's just like, you imagine what could have been, and you compare it to what you get, and it's just like, I think that's the overall theme about the game. It's just disappointing. It's not bad, but when you think about what it could have been, it's like, oh. And it's a shame because like the combat can actually be kind of fun, but what's the point when the enemy can barely fight back? Apparently the AI was way different back in the E3, like when it was being unveiled the first time. But then they dumbed it down for some reason, because, oh, this is too hard. I hate that. Imagine how fun it'd be to play Hyrule Warriors if the enemy could do other things, like use special attacks and use the fog so that you couldn't just run away from them. Or if they would go into Focus Spirit, and now it's like, do you want to try and fight them to deal double damage, or take a lot more yourself, or... They could have changed, like, they could have done stuff like that and it would have been actually interesting. It's like, do I try and fight and keep under the damage limit, or do I run for now while they stay invincible? Like, that's just stuff I'm thinking of at the top of my head, and it sounds way more interesting than, oh, we'll just let them use combo attacks whenever they want by telegraphing it. Okay. And I can understand making them, you know, expose their weak point gauge, but yo, there's better ways to do this kind of thing. The ring is starting to pick up some decent weapons. But I don't know which ones to go after. Well, I'll go after Augment. Augment never fails. All the augments are pretty good, even regular attacks plus on some characters. You had all the next-gen hardware in the world going for you. We could have had something cool a little more. Yeah. I seriously was considering getting like an upgraded PS4 with an SSD hard drive and all the, you know, bells and whistles, just so I could, you know, enjoy that to its fullest, and then I decided against it. Well, that costs a ton of money to begin with. PS4 Pro is like $500. And then if you want a solid-state hard drive that's got a gig, or no, a terabyte on it, you're out another $250. And then you can download the game, or other games that benefit from that. Yeah. One of these days, solid-state hard drives will get cheaper, but for now, you just get one with low space, and then you just like pair it up with a portable hard drive or something. Because, yeah, 1 terabyte hard drives for solid-state drives is a bit much on the money right now. I mean, it's probably worth it for like a lot of laptops, but yo. I guess that's kind of the problem with laptops. Like, you don't really see laptops with 2 different drives, do you? Hard drives installed on them. I think that's what I'm going to do, is next time I'm going to get a laptop where there's really enough for 2 hard drives in there. But then I don't think it'll be very portable. It's probably going to be one of those huge bulky things. Most likely. Oh wait, this is a mission where I have to protect bomb shoes. What? Okay. Sure. The enemy has fortified the base and then left immediately because they don't want it going down. We need bomb shoes to blow up the enemy base. Also, good luck ever seeing one of these things get destroyed. Look at how much scratch damage they're taking from these guys. It just does not matter. You would have to sit around for like 5 to 10 minutes watching them attack this thing for it to go down. I mean, they attack it pretty vigilantly, but it's not. How did they... What? Oh, I got hit by the archers. Who did I get hit by? I don't even remember the archers were a thing. The Bokoblin archers. The bomb shoe is taking damage. Provide a rescue. Okay, well, it's actually taking quite a bit of damage. That's true. Aerophos is advancing towards the bomb shoe. Not gonna let you. The thing about Aerophos is that if you attack them too much, they just like to go and float in the air. Also, it seems like the hook shot chooses when it wants to look at these guys and when it doesn't. There it works, but... Sometimes when they're flying in the air, if you use the hook shot, it just pulls them down and brings up the weak point gauge immediately. Other times it doesn't do anything. It's like, okay. You can use the hook shot to pull items towards you from grass, but that's not really very useful. Also, it forces you to use C2 no matter what. You don't have a choice no matter. You can't even dodge cancel out of it. Nope. They should have let you drag lighter enemies towards you. It would have made a lot of sense. She could take advantage of all her songs. Yeah. Using, like, if you're really strong and you put the Song of Storms on Sheik, then that's a great way to clear out a keep. But the song blows enemies away, so it's hard to combo with the lightning effect unless they're up against a wall. It's good for certain bosses though, like Argrok. Song of Storms start, yeah, blocking it towards you. You need a whole rally captain just to make a dent in, yeah. Still a Samurai Warriors One Piece. I mean, those are games that exist, but Warriors games that exist, but this one's Hyrule Warriors. Hey there, Franco. Ah, the enemies are hidden and must be revealed. So these are the 5-star Isles. Interesting. Not a lot to go by, huh? I kind of get the feeling they took the map from Wind Waker, turned it on its side, and then based the adventure mode on that. Because that map was more tall than it was wide, if I recall. And I forget who to use already. Sheik and Medli. Let's have some fun. Oh, I have to do the stage twice? Come on. I hate it when it's like, we're going to put 2 different character rewards here, but we won't let you use both at the same time. Just like the Wii days, really. That was like every second map. There's a heart piece for this character, and then there's a heart piece for that character. You have to do every single stage twice just because. Or play it in 2-player mode. That would do it another way. Co-op is actually good in this version. Just don't play the game for like 4 hours straight, or co-op will go absolutely haywire on you before crashing, probably. I really wish that they could have put out a patch for this, but I think it's like development related. The team that made this game like disbanded afterwards or something. I don't quite remember. If they could just patch this, it'd be great. They could fix all the stuff that's weird and off and crazy. But alas. Wow, that seems really cheap, actually. Capture these 3 keeps, and I don't think you're gonna have much trouble doing it. I remember now I remember why I was doing this, because there was a rumor back when the Wii version of this game came out and augment skills started becoming a thing. People started a rumor where regular attacks plus would only apply to the first attack of your stream and nothing else. So people would just go around attacking once, dodging. It was the dumbest thing ever. But for Sheik, it actually works pretty well. Like, you can literally move around and do that and not actually lose time. It's kind of crazy. You guys choose the progenitor of that maneuver. Oops, right into the wall. Fatigue. I should really stop playing these games at like 11 o'clock at night. Be a great idea. Freedom Fighter Captain, strengthening and keep. Not that it matters. Okay, I'm gonna check those vases real quickly. Get a quick idea of where the central square, the west square. Good. I love that I just completely screw over dark nuts at any time I want to. And if they block your attacks, they're just going to take incredulous amounts of chip damage. Let's use the Nocturne Shadow. It might actually get us some passive killers here. I'm going to gravitate towards the center. Yep, it actually does work, sort of. If you don't always know where the enemy's going to spawn from inside a cube. This is a normal chest. So I guess the last cube we're gonna have the trouble looking for it. Gotta capture it anyway, so let's partake. If there's one thing I'm thankful for in these games, it's the input buffer. you can kind of input your moves at least 1 or 2 steps ahead before your character does them, just to make sure you're doing the right one. That way you don't have to mash the button like a madman all the time, just to make sure you're doing the right move. There's stuff you have to push the button pretty fast for, but you notice how I'm not going like mashing the button crazy like this all the time? I don't need to do that. Autosave, man, I had a bad history with autosave. I remember when saving back in the day used to take so darn long, and whenever they implemented an autosave feature, it was rarely ever implemented in a way where it just does it in the background. It was always, let's pause the entire game to save right in front of you. It's not like a save point, essentially. Like a save point, you expect it, but autosave is just like, oh, we're just going to stop the game for like 10 seconds so you can save it automatically every single time. And it was horrible. I remember a lot of PlayStation 2 games are kind of bad about that. Every time you had to save on that system, it seemed like it would take an eon. Wow. Get wrecked, man. Holy jeez. She was blocking, and the Bellow of Fire just said, no, screw you, you're dead. That move is so good. Well, I guess you can just enjoy this. It breaks guards, completely destroys health bars. It's just so insanely good. I'm guessing there's a rally captain because everything has high morale all of a sudden. It tends to happen on maps where a boss comes at the end. Okay, time to get this going. I've gotten Darkness to trigger with Sheik's attack here, but you gotta do it so many times in a row. And of course, you don't have enough health to survive it. Let's see if we can get it. Okay, these guys are dead, so it's not gonna work on me. The rally captain is staggering there for a second. And he's dead. I don't know if I found the food or not. Oh, whatever. Probably don't really care enough to get it right now. Arkrok, your embers or your life? Knowing the game, it's going to hand me his life. Let's try and be a little stylish about this, shall we? Let's see if I can actually combo with the lightning. We're going to use the Song of Storms. Each hit has chipping away at the weak gauge, so it is pretty good. Okay, what can I do to you? How about I knock your shadow while you're down for no reason? Right, I can't use Magic Fountain because my magic's already full. But I don't have infinite time with this. As I found out, bosses will eventually get up, whether you're attacking them or not. I could try to trigger Darkness. That way the weakness smash will one-shot him instead of having to do 2. I don't see the little X mark, so we'll go ahead and do it. I guess he didn't feel like giving me what I want. Or was I not paying attention? It looks like a weapon to me. Let's find out. I'm looking for those embers. Okay, so this. This. Nope, I didn't get embers at all. Rancher poncho. Isn't that Linkle's poncho? Interesting. Oh, he did get the food. Wow, I'm surprised. I don't know when that happened, but I did it. Okay. I can get this weapon. This weapon is probably out of reach because that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stages. And a Wind Waker. Team up and defeat the enemy forces. No, I'm gonna need all the power I can get with Fi. Desire sensor was really... yeah. The game hears me talking about Argok materials and how I need them, decides, we're gonna give you food or a weapon instead. Now, I remember when people were tossing that word out too, the desire sensor. Don't talk about what you want or the game will secretly not give it to you. And it kind of was a thing. I don't know. I wonder if it's possible to defeat the person who doesn't become your ally. They stay on the field for like 15 seconds. I wonder if it's possible to defeat them before they retreat like that. Apparently Giram just vanishes out of existence. Nice animation. So I actually don't want to fight Medli because I'm going to do less damage to her. Thus, let's go over here. Some people say that dashing like this with Fi is actually faster than just dashing, but I don't know. Also seems really annoying. It's kind of like, I don't know if anyone remembers, but in Warriors Orochi 2, there was this combination of characters you could use where their special attacks, the ones that you trigger with R1, I think it was like 3 different speed characters. What was the combination? I think I remember who 2 of the characters were. But basically, there's a combination of switching between the characters, executing a specific move that was faster than the fastest horse in the game if you did it just right. It was so silly. But, I mean, why not do it if you don't have to equip red hair? This seems so ridiculous though. It's like, that's what you do to move those fast in this game? Like, what was it? I know Kotaro was part of it. I think Shakyao was in there. But there was the 3rd character, I forget. But yeah, it was just like ridiculous movement tech, essentially. It was really annoying movement tech because it was pretty noisy. I bet you there's gotta be a video of this somewhere. Whoa. What the? Okay, hold on a second. How did you get behind me when I was attacking you from the front? What? Oh, and also there's no guarding. That was pretty weird. Wait, is that a boss in there? Oh, it is. It's the imprisoned, and it's trying to claw its way through that wall with its mouth. Dark Impa. I don't know, is the prison really worth defeating? Ugh, especially when that happens. Oh yeah, you know what? I think Zotai was the third part of that. Now that you think about it, because yeah, he had this move where, no wait, didn't his only trigger when you were wandering from a jumping attack? I don't remember, but it might have been him. Oh wow, I actually got the recon gauge to show up. May as well go crazy. I'm hoping I can do just enough damage to get the prison to die from this, because it's a pretty powerful weapon. The recon smash should do a lot. Let's see. I think it's dead. Good. Wait, did I get input at all? Where was... somewhere, I guess. Wow. I understand that Phi can be pretty difficult to use since her damage spread is kind of bad for her attacks, but we can make it work. Medli's in trouble. Oh no! Well, putting Gearham aside, it's been a while since I've done this. It's only Gearham, but for some reason, if you use a Focus Spirit special on him, he'll never get up again unless you touch him. Oh, the camera's changed and... oh! Okay. An enemy knocked him out of it. Oh well. But yeah, that's a funny little glitch that happened to get in there and do that. Happens in every version of the game too, so they probably never even knew about it or cared about it enough to even look at it. But then again, the only way you can get that to happen is if you do it on purpose. And it's not like it benefits you in any way. The jump cancels Zotai's jumping, weak attack into another one immediately. Yeah, that's how it worked. But the movement tech that I was seeing in this video was just, it was another level of ridiculous. I don't know if I'll ever find it because I'm pretty sure it was like a maximization video, but I don't know. Warriors Orochi 2 is pretty old. Also, I think it was a Japanese video on top of that, so I probably am not going to find that ever again. There's a lot of old videos I'll never find again. But that's the nature of the internet. Some things last forever, others don't. The Hyoi pair. I'm gonna get this level 3. So first I need to clear the headwind with its glitchy sounding high-pitchedness. I can't hear it right now, but I know it sounds terrible. And also the effect looks bad too. It used to actually just, you know, like vanish towards the side it was on. But here it just boop, disappears out of existence. Kind of like Xant's winning animation. Boop, gone. Oops, this time I accidentally hit B. I totally didn't forget who I'm supposed to use. Hint, hint. There's really no reason to use anything else. Well, I guess I could use this. Never hurts to cover 2 elements. Why did I pick that? Why did I pick that? That's only got healing. You always found Fi did decent enough damage as long as you charged up Strong One. Yeah, I even forgot to do that. That's how much I use Fi, though. Oh, wait, she gets fire as her second element? What? Okay. Oh, it's a divisive plan. The other one came in and sniped me out of the air somehow. There you go. Okay, so I think we can just, oh, wait, I didn't equip the right fairy. Whoops. Jeez. Can't block forever. Jeez. Imagine tornadoes that you couldn't block. I'm so hilarious that there's still an actual headwind to the east. They could have gone crazy and made it so, like, one map had multiple headwinds and then just break the laws of everything. It's like, oh, you need Wind Waker cards like crazy now. Ha 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 ha. Like, I guess the developers realized, okay, if we're letting you buy item cards, we can't just let you buy everything, or else it would be too easy, apparently. There's a pair of bracelets. Gonna need those. Alright. So we just got another leaf, and we can use it here. Make that turn. Level 3 harp. Wow, so there's a piece of fairy clothing, a piece of food, a heart container. There's a lot of things to look out for on this map, and she by herself? No, she's not. I am shocked. I'm gonna get this though. We're also gonna have Twilight Wind go completely nuts here, because why not? I guess if you really wanted to, they probably could have incorporated, like, I mean, well, yeah, they already put the big octos and the ships in there, but they probably could have made it so it's like, if you try to do this map and you fail and hit back, then you get teleported to a random square on the map. That would have been pretty cool. You know, but then that would just be a free way to get to like a random square on the map, though, wouldn't it? I guess they could set like individual points on where it could warp to. It's kind of like on the Twilight Princess map where the Ukus let you know, teleport to certain parts. It could have been something like that. Because that's what happens in the game. Like, if you try to take on a big octo, but you can't get all the eyes down, it just spits you up to like a random portion of the map or something. Kind of like Cycles, he does the same thing. Whoa, could somebody tell me what just happened with that weak point smash? I have no idea. Camera was going nuts. Point page isn't gonna last forever. But seriously, that weekly smash was ridiculous. I literally feel a little woozy from watching that. down. He's actually falling because I was hitting him so much. He was starting to actually go down to the ground. That's funny. I told him to fall down, but not literally. Rudo's in trouble. Uh-oh. That's not good. The map just started. Why are you in trouble already? Oh, that's why the thing blew right there. Well, I guess we're gonna have to deal with the Mama Cucko. And seeing how this is a red map, that means that Cucko is actually going to do a lot of damage if it hits you. So you're gonna have to be careful. Really? You're gonna freeze someone in the air? Come on. Don't be so ridiculous. So it only takes 5 1/4 hearts. That's not so bad. Boy, now she's in trouble. These guys must have gotten a boost or something because they're really causing my allies to struggle. Not aiming at paralysis. Thank you. Paralysis. I think even my speech is starting to go. No, you really have to get high if you want to dodge anything that attacks you from the ground. Whoa, okay. This Cucko wants my blood. I'm going to defeat it at some point because I don't want to lose the damage rank of this thing chipping me away when I can't even see it. Oh my god! I forgot it has a 2-peck combo. It's so fast, it's dumb. You saw how many hearts that just took? That was almost half my health. This Mama Cucko apparently is very aggressive and really in danger. Okay, let's switch for a bite. A bite? Are you trying to eat something? He didn't even care to get hit by Bush. He wants Rito so bad. He blocked death. Have you ever tried to fight a Dark Knight when you have a guard break, like either Focus Spirit, or you have that potion that lets you break guard? They just keep trying to block constantly. Like in the middle of your attack string, it's just pew, 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 pew. It's just stupid. I can't block this attack, but I'll just go right back to blocking it again. Oh right, there's like food and stuff to look for. I almost forgot. Eastfield Keep. Rock Face, Eastfield. Okay, let's check over here for food because it tends to have it. Going to the dungeon island before the Forest Haven is entertaining its own way. Like, I guess outside of the concept of speedrunning, yeah. Wait a second. Is this one of those maps where no magic is allowed? Because I just broke a green pot and nothing dropped out of it. But the fairy skill looks like it's allowed. I wonder if it'll actually work if I try to use it. I kind of feel trying it out, but I guess we'll try it out later. The dungeon island. Like, when it comes to the original Wind Waker map, I don't have any part of it memorized at all. I know what a couple of squares were called, and then that's about it. like 3-star isle, 4-star isle. There's like 6 of those. You know? Star Isle. The good guys don't even care. They just got completely destroyed by a cannon. They just want your blood. I really think this game would have benefited it more if they could take like a map's assets and just rearrange them during various adventure maps so that it wasn't the entire stage over and over again. They could have had it so it's like, oh, this section is rearranged into a palace and you just go through this little palace for this quiz challenge. But I guess that would have taken way too much resources or something. A lot of the quiz maps are really silly, where it's just like, oh, we're going to have this gigantic battlefield for you to run on, but we're only going to let you go to like 3 specific keeps on the whole map. And every time you have to go from keep to keep, it's just like, okay, let's just run around for like half a minute trying to get to the next keep. They could have just designed a map where it's like, you go through 3 keeps and then you have to run half a mile for it. I know that seems kind of nitpicky, but it's just like, you know, one of those little things. The Forbidden Woods? Wait, Forbidden Woods? Is that what it's called? I know some of the islands that you could like go into, they'd have like, they'd have like actual things you'd go there to do, or caves and whatnot. So yeah, that was definitely a thing. Wow, these cuckoos really don't like me. So I guess while you're there, we'll check this. Save ourselves some time. Damn, this cuckoo is really starting to get on my nerves. Always getting so close and shit. Okay, that's enough of you. Oh wait, that's the cuckoo that gets pissed off. That's why it's not taking any damage. Oops. Apparently this map secretly has a festival of cuckoo going on, and that's arranged. Same Square's Forest Haven. I'm gonna have to learn me some Wind Waker lore, because I do remember certain islands where places we want to go to do certain things. Well, apparently cuckoos didn't exist in that game. Instead, there are these pigs, and if you angered the pigs, they would like take you down. So they were the cuckoos in that game. Probably because chickens don't exist on high seas. So that does make sense, I guess. Oh wait, I didn't capture that key. What am I doing? I know that the Nintendo Gallery wasn't, like, it was on the same square as Forest Haven, right? You just had to do a little mini puzzle to open it up. Every time. Wow, I didn't even start to try and use this. Nope. You can use Magic Fountain, but your gauge is set to be empty every single frame. Confirmed. You can't cheat the system. Well, I guess it was worth a try. Can't use Special Fountain because my SP's full. This guy has a death wish. Shattered. Yeah, I can use it. I was hoping to use it so I can just go in here and take out Tingle, but apparently I have to kick him out of his keep, so... Oh, I know how you do. Bam, out you go. Because someone flying so far. Be careful, I really can do that on the other street too. Wait, where's he go? I thought he was about to head into one of our own keeps. I was like, wow, this guy's got priorities. It's kind of funny when you remove a commander from their base, because they kind of just forget to focus on fighting you half the time and try to run back to the base. So you get free pot shots a lot of the time. I gotta say, on the Grand Travels map, when I was trying to get Impa's level 4 plus Naginata, that stage was ludicrously hard because the biggest problem I had was, first of all, I didn't have a level 3 Naginata because even though I unlocked it, I sold the one that I got and never picked up another one, which sucks. And the damage you do to enemies in this stage is so bad. So bad that I had to retry that stage 3 times in a row just to try and get the weapon, which I finally did. But man, what a drag that was. Plus, Impa's by herself, and you're not getting any support from overpowered young Link if you want the weapon. Well, actually, I think it was limited to Impa too. Yeah. Oh, but you could just use the Spirit Train card and use whoever you want. I forgot about that. Or not the Spirit Train, the Gold Train, yeah. The Gold Train's a thing. That looks worth keeping. Oh, that looks worth keeping too. Let's all fall these decent weapons. Decisions. Oh, that I can get rid of. Korok Aura. Okay. I missed Medli's heart container because I forgot to go back and pick it up, even though I uncovered the chest for it. Oops. Well, that could have been avoided. Okay, well, I don't think I'll be able to go much further than this because my body's starting to, like, give out. I'm trying to nod off real hard here. Dang. I actually was pretty close to getting that 4th weapon, but that's another, like, 6 stages away, I'm pretty sure. 22% is not bad. Not bad for a few hours. I started at, like, what, 10? It's 2 now? Yeah, it's like 4 hours worth of progress. Jeez, it really goes to show you how much goes into like getting these maps all done up. I haven't touched this map yet because that's probably the last one I'm going to do. With the ridiculous number of weapons I'll be picking up. And this one's almost finished. I'm probably just going to dedicate a stream to finishing this one off because I haven't unlocked the middle yet. Or maybe just make it part of one. And I haven't even, like, I only did the minimum amount required to get Ravio and Yuga off this map. I haven't done anything else. Like, I haven't even gotten the weapon for them yet. Which is why it's at 5%. This one's 100%, but I still have a heart container and a sculpture to pick up. Right here. So I don't know, I guess it doesn't count the items you can get from the stages, only if you've completed the stage or not. It's kind of funny. But it's a red square, so I'm not going to do that tonight. But I guess what I could do right now is I can actually finish off my amiibo stuff, because I think I'm at 95 right now. So I'm going to do that. And then never use it again. No, I'm kidding. I will keep scanning amiibos. It's extra weapons. There's really no reason not to. I heard that there's a way to make it so that you can scan amiibos through like these stickers you can buy. And I don't know how it works, but... Oh, I already scanned the link. But yeah, it sounds pretty darn useful. Like, could you imagine if you didn't have to spend like $13 to $20 on these figurines and still get the benefits of the amiibos? Probably not for free. Did I scan this one already? No, I didn't. Okay. Wait, that's 100, isn't it? Let me check. Oh, gosh darn it. Finblow Plus. Let me check the gallery real quick. Middle list. Let's see here. I know I've scanned a whole bunch of amiibo. Where is it? 146. Did I pass by it? 13 illustrations. Received 100. Oh. The progress bar disappeared. Okay, it's probably set up so that the next battle you do, the medal pops. That's why. How ridiculous is that? Alright. Well, I'll save that for next time then. Okay, well, thanks for stopping by, guys. It felt like it was a shorter stream, but at the same time it was probably longer than it needed to be, and I dropped my controller. I'm so good at this, guys. But at the very least, it's funny, we're getting close to the point where we can start customizing weapons, so I feel like I'm actually getting pretty far. Yeah. I was on Outset Island when you showed up 3 years ago. Wow. I'm so tired I can't form proper sentences. Did I pop open the Eastfield Keep Cheat? No, I didn't. I completely missed that one, as you can see. Yeah. Well, hopefully next time I'll get a better idea of what to accomplish. Because I really want to get those weapons, but there's still a whole bunch of them to collect. Now, there is Termina after all. But that one's full of level 4s. And I can at least get Legendary started. Which means I might actually get to use the Master Sword again. Yay! Alright, good stuff. Alright, Super Luigi, everyone else, thanks for stopping by. Hope you have yourselves a great weekend. Even though it's not quite the weekend yet, but have a great day. And toodles. Night, everybody. Or morning. Oh, my mouse is not wanting me to... Okay, next time I'm going to set up stream queue so I can just stop.